Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Ghost Reviews, where we will once again look at a speed paint video of one of the cutest anime characters I've seen in quite some time. And yes, this video will be an anime character because I'm a bit tired of my own artwork at this stage. We will do a few characters like this, and then we will get back to my normal characters, but for now, just bear with me, please. Anyway, sit back, relax, make yourselves comfortable, and let's watch the self-proclaimed master at work. So firstly, let's get into some background. Some of my old Instagram followers should probably know that I am a huge anime fan. I used to be an even bigger one, but yeah, my very first anime was Noragami, and the last one I've watched is called Grimm Variations. I only watched episode 2 though, so I don't think that really counts as the last one I've watched. Otherwise, it's gonna be something like XXX Holic. It's a cute show. It's not rated at all. I know the name sounds sketchy, but it's not what you think. But yeah, all in all, the amount of anime that I have actually completed throughout my many years, it's about, in 9 years' time, is spanning well over 100, and that is excluding anime videos. And of course, other shows that I watch, like adult animations, thrillers, live actions. So over 100 is pretty good, and working in between, not just binging all the time. Oh, no. So I think I am doing pretty well with the whole anime watching thing without having it consuming my life. And I also lean more towards the, I want to say the not so common ones, the underground anime, I want to say, because there are a lot of shows out there, and I'm not going to watch each and every one that's recommended, I'd watch the things that no one recommends that looks interesting. But even though I have watched so many shows, only a few have made an impact on my life. As big as an impact like Gravity Falls and Futurama. And one of those shows, of course, is, as you can probably guess by the title, it's from Seven Deadly Sins. Believe it or not, but I actually did know about this anime back in my hostel days, which started about in 2017, 2018? Either way, it was a while ago. I wasn't all that interested in it back then, though, because a lot of sketchy girls, the smokers, those who do sketchy stuff in their rooms without the teachers knowing, they watched it, and I did not want to be associated with them, so I never watched this show. I did watch anime crack compilations, though, and I watched a lot of anime abridged series, including like the Schmuck Squad version of the Seven Deadly Sins. I kid you not, it is amazing! The comedy, the voice actors, it was gorgeous. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, a crack compilation is basically just taking an anime scene and putting another voiceover over it that is funnier and probably more relevant. And the Schmuck Squad, they do the best work.
Peppermint! How about spearmint? Hi.
That pun hurts more than this look.
I don't think it's like their job, I think they do it like kind of in their free time just for fun, but it is amazing. So please go check it out. The links are in the description box, so please. My personal favorite, of course, is Grimmjack. He's got the best voice in all of the Schmuck Squad, I think. Personally, this is my opinion, but yeah, you can go check him out if you have time, if you want to, but please stay around for this video first. Thank you! But still, even after all that, I did not watch the real show. And this is like years ago, okay? Years ago that I knew about it. This is maybe 10 years ago that I heard about it. But I just didn't watch it. I didn't want to. And I didn't feel the need since I already watched the abridged series, so I was like, I know what's going on. I don't have to watch the series. But then one day, I think it was like last year or something, I searched up anime series on Netflix, since I am quite the cartoon watcher. Anything visually pleasing, I will look at. If it's not visually pleasing, I'm not gonna look at it. So when I came across this cutesy show, with an interesting premise, I was like, yeah, no, we gotta watch this. This is the first time that I actually wanted to watch a show that had pervy characteristics. For those of you who don't know, That just means like a guy steals a girl's panties, and that's the premise of the show. It's not 100%, but that's kind of the first scene I saw of the show in the crack compilation, so yeah. Okay, I probably should tell you guys, not crack as in as in the drug. Please guys, don't do crack. That's just what the videos are called. You can probably just say funny anime videos as well, and something like that would pop up. I must say that you are making a big mistake if you haven't at least watched one episode of the show. The first episode is, okay, it's not the best, I'll admit. It's interesting and it grabs your attention. But to get to the good characters, including Bon and King and what's her name? Deanne, then you have to stick around for a while. That's why I do believe to get the essence of the whole thing, at least watch up until episode like 10. And then you can decide if you want to drop it or not. I know the first 3 episodes usually make or break it. So yeah, I don't know. It's a fantasy story and it's got the 7 deadly sins in it. What other reasons do you want to watch it? Oh, and they also have like demons and stuff in it. So probably that would be the reason why people stay away. But it's got like magic and stuff. It's sins. There's gonna be those stuff, you know? But yeah, the first season is the best, so if you are gonna watch it, probably stick there and don't continue watching unless you want to be depressed. I would recommend it only the first season, but if you are interested in it, please check it out. I mean, like any other anime series, the first season is probably the best, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone out there. Especially people who like the whole, like, size dynamic, like, the one partner is very much bigger than the other one. There's a love between a fairy and a giant, and I live for it. And of course, the fairy is King, the guy I'm drawing over here, and he falls in love with a giant. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Both of them have amnesia, but it's adorable. Anyway, let's move on to the picture itself. Now, I know this kid might look super young and familiar to some of you, as I have actually drawn this guy also last year. Yeah, but that was right before I went into an hiatus, so I doubt a lot of people actually remember him. Plus, he didn't turn out too good. I tried a new art style and just, ugh. It could be because, you know, usually when you draw, you're supposed to have like the page at an angle, and my early drawings, I had the page flat. So at the angle I was just drawing, it looked good, and then when I put the, when I actually picked up the page and saw it like hit on, I was like, ooh. Oh no. So then the heads usually came out longer than they should be. Yeah. That's just one of the biggest problems you find out early in your life. Early when you start drawing, you're like, oh, this isn't good. And then you start changing it, like you have, well, it's not really a board or something, but just something that is tilted that you can get that angle thing that you need when you're drawing. Like the desks in high school, or yeah, those desks. Anyway, so I went ahead and redrew him, and I was considering him for a couple cosplay for Comic-Con that's coming up in September. But with the amount of custom work in his outfit, I'm glad I actually chose something else. Unlike with my original character drawings these past few months, I did decide to go back to the basics and use some legitimate references with colors, shading, poses, anything else you would need, so it was fun for me, and easy, and not as time consuming. And it really looks good. Well, it turned out good. You guys didn't see the end product yet, but I have. It really makes things easier and takes the stress off of having to create an entire different being without any. You don't have the facial features, you don't have the outfits, you don't have the hair length or anything, you don't have even the body shape, you know? If you don't have any of those things and you still have to create it, then things start getting a little bit, you know, slow, you start lacking motivation. Like in the Wood Nymph video, I did tell you guys that it does take a while, and even then it doesn't always turn out looking good. And that's why I decided to draw something or someone that I love. Oh, he reminds me so much of my boyfriend, but in a good way, only the best way. So let's move on to the tips section of the video, which is gonna be pretty short since I basically only followed one tip today, and that was to remember to take a break once in a while. I know in our modern day lifestyle, we don't think that resting or taking a break is of that much importance anymore. Because if you've got a problem, just medicate it. That's easy peasy. You can't sleep, there's medication for it. You can't think, there's medication for it. You're sad, medication. You're stressing, what? There's medication for you. But yeah, that's not actually the case when it comes to reality. I believe that if you have to start taking medication for something, then it probably isn't good. If you're overworking and you can't get enough sleep, then probably speak to your manager or like your boss or something and tell them, hey, this isn't good. I don't like this. Can you please stop this? I need to be able to sleep at night and do something fun. You know? I don't know, I'm getting sidetracked again. I mean, you're human. I'm human. We're all human, I think. So it's natural to get tired, to get sad, to feel unmotivated, or just feel like a complete failure at some times. Because we're human, we're not always gonna be positive and be the best, you know? We're not always gonna have energy to climb a mountain each and every single day because we can't. Physically and emotionally, we aren't always prepared to do that. So that's why I think to get out of our mundane repetition and soulless work, we have to just calm down, take things easy, take a deep breath. It's not a sin to get out of your comfort zone once in a while and do something good, regardless if that means taking a nap in the middle of the day, making some quality time for yourself and only yourself, not with anyone else. I know, I'm serious, like secluding yourself in your room is not a sin once in a while. Or maybe just to go out and buy yourself bath salts, some aromatherapy, that's good as well. Or, I don't know, soft blankie? It's different for every person, but still it is super, extremely important to think of your own well-being. If you're doing anything, remember, you come first. Not the work, not the people, you. Because if you don't treat yourself good, then how can you expect other people to do that, okay? I don't know if you are in class, I don't know if you are a student or if you are a working person, if you are a child just looking for something to keep yourself busy with. Please just remember to take things easy and to relax. If that's two things that I can get you guys to do, then we are good. We don't have to speed through life. Life can wait. You can't. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I decided to draw something fun and familiar again. And that's in your art especially. I do think that it would be better if you guys would take things easier and slower and do something that you enjoyed doing, like an aspect of drawing that you like. Do that. If you like trying out new colors, grab a coloring book or an old piece of art that you didn't finish. Just color it in. That's it. Nothing else. No drawing. Just coloring. If you like sketching, then grab a sketchbook and just sketch out. You don't have to draw anatomy. If you like flowers, do that. If you like, I don't know, apples, fruit, then go ahead and draw that. Just do something to calm yourself down. Don't do what I do and just like force yourself weekly to do these kinds of things. So in conclusion, that has been my video of King/Harlequin from the 7 Deadly Sins. And I will probably give you guys more information on why I like the show and this character so much in a later video, because the 7 Deadly Sins is definitely a recurring series for me and a theme for me, even though I stopped watching the series at, I think, season 5? I don't know, there was like a super short season somewhere in between and I watched that and then I suddenly stopped when... Oof, no, all the characters are crazy... and Meliodas nearly died, and then Elizabeth nearly died, and all the characters suddenly have different outfits. Bleh. So I stopped watching for a good reason. When I rewatched it, I was like, wait, what's going on? That's the only reason I stopped, but definitely first season is a good watch for you guys. I mean, it is super adorable, and it's maybe a bit mature for kids, but it has very good animation. And it's on Netflix, so I think most people have access to it. There are other sites. I'll admit that there are other sites. I'm not gonna let you guys. I'm not gonna give you guys links to those sites, as I don't want you to have like viruses on your tablet, your phone, your laptop, your TV. I don't know where you guys are watching this from, so maybe just look it up. Gonna give you guys a little tip. Say 7 Deadly Sins, watch online free, and maybe you'll find the site. There is a good site. I want to tell you guys, but I don't want to give you my bad habits, so yeah. Anyway, that brings me to the end of my video, and I hope you guys could learn a lot, even though I didn't teach you guys a lot. But this picture is one of the better works that I have done in quite a while, despite the minimalistic approach. I do think that I want to bring back the 2D shading, because that was my original... That was the aesthetic I was going for in my original days, especially in my marker days, so... I'm glad I could do that again. Yeah. Until I see you guys next time, please stay safe, keep practicing your art, but remember to take a break. If that's all you can take away from this video, then I have succeeded. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!